Get ready, because we're about to dive into how the very ground we stand on is changing, and how we're putting that change into overdrive.
No, seriously, a massive, solid rock can literally explode all by itself. How is that even possible? It sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's totally real.
Okay, so it all comes down to pressure. Picture a rock that's been squeezed for millions of years, deep, deep underground. When that rock finally gets exposed at the surface, all that pressure is just gone. The rock literally expands and boom, the outer layers just crack and peel right off.
But that's just one member of what I like to call nature's wrecking crew. There are all these forces constantly at work reshaping our planet. Let's get to know them.
You just need to know two simple words: weathering and erosion. Weathering breaks it, erosion takes it. That's it. One breaks the rock apart, the other carries the pieces away.
All right, first up on the demolition team is mechanical weathering. This is just brute physical force. No chemicals, just things breaking apart, which is how we get these incredible, mind-blowing natural sculptures.
And one of the most powerful tools for this is just plain old water. It gets into a tiny little crack in a rock. Then it freezes. And here's the kicker. When water freezes, it expands with a ton of force. It does this over and over, pushing that crack wider until, crack, the rock just gives up and splits.
But it's not all about force. Sometimes it's sneaky. That's chemical weathering. Things like acid rain can actually dissolve certain rocks over time. It's kind of like dropping a sugar cube in water. Poof, it just melts away. So now that the rock is all broken up, it's time for the takes-it crew. Erosion. Just think about ocean waves. They never, ever stop. They're constantly smashing the coast, grabbing tiny pieces of sand and rock, and totally reshaping our world. So, okay, all of this is totally natural. It's been happening for billions of years. It's slow, it's steady. It's just how Earth works. Or how it used to work. Because what happens if nature's slow and steady process suddenly gets a partner in crime, an accomplice that comes along and just slams the fast-forward button on everything? Well, that accomplice is us. We've become the single biggest force of erosion on the planet. We have totally supercharged the entire system. We're doing this in a few big ways. Overgrazing strips away plants that hold the soil down. Deforestation takes out the trees that do the same job. Intensive agriculture churns up the soil, making it super easy for wind and rain to just wash it away. And, of course, industrialization can speed up all that chemical weathering we talked about. And when you strip away all that good topsoil way faster than nature can put it back, you get this: desertification. Basically, good land turns into desert. And it's not a natural change. It's because the soil itself is just gone. And this isn't just a story about rocks and dirt. Because when the land itself disappears, it has a massive impact on the people who call it home. The change can be just staggering. You can go from vibrant, healthy land that supports whole communities to a barren desert that can't grow anything. That's a huge, huge deal. So it leads to a pretty serious question. What do people do when the very land they live on can't support them anymore? For millions of people, the answer is they have to move. This is called migration, and a degraded environment is a huge reason why it happens. People have to leave their homes just to find the basics to survive. You can think of it in terms of push and pull factors. Push factors are the bad things pushing people away, like drought or a lack of resources. Pull factors are the good things pulling them toward a new place, like the hope for better jobs or better living conditions. Now, I know this all sounds pretty intense, but here's the important part. It's not hopeless. Not at all. We actually know how to fix this stuff. It's time to fight back. And a lot of the solutions are surprisingly simple. First, we can plant trees. Trees like eucalyptus and olive are tough, and their roots hold soil in place. Second, we can build barriers. Even just planting hedges can act like a wall to stop wind from blowing soil away. And third, we can manage our resources smarter, using farming techniques that protect the soil. Okay, time for a super quick recap. Ready? First, rocks break. Second, wind and water move it. Third, humans speed it all. And most important of all, fourth, we can fix it. Hey, if you learned something new here today, it would be awesome if you could hit that like button and subscribe for more. It makes a huge difference. And now a question for you. What's the most surprising way you've seen the landscape change where you live? Let us all know down in the comments.